welcome back to my channel. In today's video I am doing a full face of SMOKEY makeup, so I have like quite a lot of products to try on. If you want to see how I've created this makeup look, how everything went, my opinion about these products I'm trying today, then keep on watching. So first things first, I'm gonna start with the eyebrows, and I'm having this Wonder Brow Tinted Brow Pomade. And this is in the shade dark brown, guys. What I noticed, it's a bit dry when it came, so let's see if I can actually use it, or if not, I'm gonna use my Inglot drops anyway. I think the shade is alright. Yeah, I'm enjoying brow pomades lately. I'm just switching back and forth, sometimes just going back to pomades, sometimes you know, pencils, depends. I think it's alright. So it seems alright. I didn't apply any of this because it feels quite waxy and nice, but I think this was alright. Okay, next, I don't have a eyeshadow base, but I think I'm gonna use their concealer anyway. This is the AOA Studio, and it comes like this. It says natural finish liquid concealer, and it has medium to full coverage, and this is in the shade Porcelain, and it's non-drying, creamy, long wearing. By the way, guys, I forgot to mention the AOA and products from SMOKEY are cruelty free, and this has 10 mils, so it has quite a few. So let's see. Oh, this is how it comes, and this is how the shade looks like. It seems creamy and nice, and I'm really curious. I'm just gonna use this on my eyelids to see how it performs. It seems to dry quite fast, so I will try to move as quick as possible. So this has completely set, and I'm really curious how it's gonna behave with the eyeshadow, because I know a lot of people prefer using instead of an eyeshadow primer, they prefer to use a concealer. Next, I have a eyeshadow palette. It's not a big one because I was a bit skeptic with the quality, so I didn't want to buy a new one because those are a bit more expensive. And by the way, guys, all of these products are $1, so it was 79p or something in pounds. This eyeshadow palette is from Amuse Cosmetics, and this is how it looks like. I think it has like really nice autumny type of colors. I absolutely love this shade. You have 6 shades. It comes with an applicator as well, and I think this was in the shade Free, and again, this is not tested on animals. I'm gonna do some swatches of course, because there are not a lot of shades in here. Guys, this swatched like a dream. I mean, they seem really pigmented. I mean, I can actually show you. This shimmers. Look at this. Look at the swatches. I mean, so I think I'm gonna start with this shade in here, this brown, in my outer V. Next, I'm taking this really nice warm brown terracotta type of shade. They're not that pigmented at the beginning when you apply them, because I'm just packing up the colors now, but you can definitely build it up. And don't forget, I have a white wet base underneath. Okay, and I think in this area I'm gonna take this shade in here, and I'm gonna use my fingers because I always prefer to apply shimmers with my fingers. and it seems pigmented. I mean, seems foiled and pigmented. For autumn, I do prefer this kind of shades, to be honest, like copper, brownish brick type of colors. And in my inner bit, I'm gonna take this shade in here. Now I'm going back with a fluffier brush, and I think I'm gonna use the lightest shade in here because I wanna blend this bit in here. No, I think I'm gonna try this one. On the lower lash line, I'm gonna use the same darker brown because I'm really curious if this applicator really works. I haven't used this like since I was a child, so I don't know if it still works or not. You know what? This for lower lash line actually works because it's not gonna make a mess. And now I'm gonna clean this eye because, you know, it's a mess. Now I'm gonna go and finish the other eye off camera, and I'm coming back because I still have a lot of products to try on. Okay, I'm back. So overall, I think it's fine. I'm not wowed, but it has pigment and it turned out alright. Okay, next, I don't have a primer because for some reason I forgot to add one in the basket. So I'll just have to use one of my normal primers. So I'm going to use this one from Essence. This is Skin Loving Sensitive Primer, Moisturizing and Nourishing. Just as normal, I'm using a primer anyway. So next I have a foundation I want to try from them. So this is again from AOA Studio, Buildable Satin Foundation. It says the A Plus Satin Foundation is a lightweight liquid formula that delivers buildable coverage and a long-lasting natural finish. Okay. By the way, mine is in the shade 304 Sand. And again, oh, by the way, you have to shake well first. Cruelty free. We have in here. This has only 90 ml, by the way, guys. So this is like a smaller bottle, and it has a dropper. And I'm really curious if this is a correct shade. Probably is too dark for me, but we'll see. And usually I'm using my trusty sponge. It's a bit liquidy, but not extremely. It's just, and I'm really curious how lightweight it is. It feels quite orangey. We'll see. Seems to have like a medium type of coverage. Yeah, this shade is off for me, but again, because you buy it online, you can't really tell. It's a bit too yellowish orangey. It has a really beautiful finish, by the way, guys. It has like a dewy, but not extremely dewy. And I'm curious if this is drying out in a matte, but it doesn't say. It says satin finish. You shouldn't have a matte finish. I applied maybe half of pump more. The finish is dewy, as you can see. It's definitely light to medium coverage because you can still see my spots underneath, but you can still see your skin as well. So if you like this kind of foundation, I don't know why on camera it doesn't look, but the shade is off. It's so dark for me and yellow. It does have a natural finish. It's not full coverage, doesn't feel cakey, and I'm really curious if this is gonna set. So not bad. I'm going back to the concealer because I need to lighten everything up a bit. This seems to be quite light, and hopefully this is gonna balance my orangey type of foundation because it's really light. So let's see. I have to move quick because, as I said, it does dry out really quick. I'm gonna highlight my center part of the face. Feels a bit thick, by the way, guys. So it's not really liquidy. It's quite thick. It does have coverage, by the way. Just keep in mind that this dries really quick, so you have to move really fast. Maybe use your fingers, because that's gonna melt the product and it's gonna sink in into the skin better. But it does have coverage and seems to look alright. It's a bit, they said it's not drying, but I feel it is a bit drying. So next step is the setting powder. As I said, this one seems quite small. I mean, packaging wise, it's quite small. It's not like a normal powder which is bigger. And this has 7 grams. So it's not bad regarding quantity. It's just the packaging looks smaller. This is in the shade Soft Light. And again, this is from AOA Studios and it's called Perfect Skin Setting Powder. Sorry, Perfect Setting Powder. I'm making up words. And this is how it looks like. It doesn't have like a puff, which I don't mind because I usually don't use the puff anyway. Just let me open this. I'm curious if this is gonna change your foundation because it's really light. So at the moment, to set my under eyes, as usually I'm using the sponge. It does seem to lighten up a bit the under eye, and it did mattify. It did mattify the skin, but it doesn't seem to be like drying or extra matte. It's just, you know. And now on the camera I can see this part is like feels really white. I can't see that on the mirror, but on the camera it looks really weird. But I'm gonna set the rest of my face and I'm curious how it's gonna look now. So this powder definitely brightened up my complexion, so it made it a bit more paler. So keep in mind that this powder actually changes your foundation color a bit, because it was really dark and now I'm not mad of it because, as I said, I bought a shade darker, and with this one it just even everything up and it make it lighter. But just keep in mind, if you buy this one, it actually makes your complexion lighter. Moving on, I have a bronzer. This is from Santi, I think. And this is how it looks like. It's called Pro Bronze and it's bronzer contour. I don't think it's a contour. This is in the shade Free, by the way, guys. Comes with a mini brush. How can you use this one? Seriously, I mean, it's even tough. It's just a waste of plastic for nothing because nobody's using that. Anyway, this is how the bronzer looks like. It seems a bit, from my point of view, this is like a blush type of color, not a bronzer. But we will see. This has 5 grams, by the way, guys. And I said this is shade Free. I like the color. I mean, I think I'm just gonna use it as a blush, but we'll see. It doesn't seem to be really powdery, which I like. It has like a terracotta type of shade. It's not bad. The color is nice. I would definitely not use this as a contour because it's too orangey, but I will definitely actually use this as a blush because it has a nice shade. And I think even for autumn, this is a really lovely shade. And doesn't look bad on the skin at all. By the way, it has a bit of a sheen on it, but it's really discreet. But looks nice on the skin. It looks just a bit glowy. I don't know if you can see that. Which I love it on my skin. I'm not into really flat type of bronzers or contouring now. I like a bit of a sheen, but I like the color. I also bought a blush, by the way, guys, and this again from AOA Perfect Studio Perfect blush. This is in the shade Darling, and this is how you open it, and it looks like this. It has a really nice peachy color, but more on a pink side. But it looks nice as well. It's more sheer. Not bad. Next, I have a highlighter. I want to try. This is how it looks like. Again from AOA Studio. And this is called Hello highlighter. This is in the shade Allure. And this is how it looks like. And it seems promising. So let's see. By the way, guys, this has 8 grams. So it's a bit more. Oh, okay. It doesn't look bad. It doesn't look like skin, but it's not extremely glittery. And you can definitely build it up if you want more beaming. Okay, I have an eyeliner from them. Oh, has a ball, which is good. This is again from AOA Studio. It's called Artista eyeliner pen in the shade black. And this is how it looks like. It has a ball, which it means is really great because it can actually bring the ink to the tip. And because the exact tip is really thin, it goes so nicely in your inner part of your eye. My cat is literally poking me with his head because he wants attention. Of course you do. Guys, I'm impressed with this eyeliner. Seriously. Okay, next I do have a setting spray, which seems really cute. So this again from A Plus setting spray, which is Locks in Makeup. It has 75 ml and says new improved formula. What it says: this fine mist sets a long-lasting and comfortable shine-free matte look finish for the day. It says fine mist. Am I gonna be pleasantly surprised? Let's see. So this is the bottle. This is really cute. It's a small bottle, 75 ml. Post makeup application. Let's see. Yeah, it's not extremely fine. Let's see it on the face, how it looks like. It does smell nice and fresh. The spritzer is not that fine, but it does seems alright. It does seems to set everything in place. And it says matte finish, but it doesn't seem mattifying at all. Next, I want to try a lipstick from them, and this is how it looks like. This is in the shade Shore, and it looks like a really nice nude. Let's see. The shade, not bad. This feels like on a cooler side type of nude, which I don't mind. It does feel creamy. Well, my lips are quite cracked and not really hydrated, but I like how it looks like. It does look nice. And now the setting spray has synced in with my face, guys, and it doesn't feel mattifying. It has just a slightest glow, which I'm confused. It says lightweight matte finish, long lasting. It didn't give me a matte finish, which I like because it doesn't give you a flat face, which is brilliant. Next, I have a mascara. This is a huge mascara, guys. It has 2 parts. This is called Spider Lash Mascara Volume Extreme Impact Mascara. And it's from Malibu Glitz, I think. It's really cute packaging, by the way. This is the first part where you have to apply the mascara. And the one looks like this. It's quite huge, so hopefully I'm not gonna poke my eyes with it. Seems alright. It's because this one is so huge, I'm always like, I'm feeling I'm gonna poke my eyes with it. And this packaging as well is like, you can't really get in. You know what I mean? Now let's see the other part. This one looks like this. Does it has like some fibers on it? It doesn't say. So this is step 2, as you can see. And yeah, it does help, but not extremely. It's not giving me extremely volume or anything else. So this is last but not least, I have the lashes from them, and these are AO Studio 3D Folk Mink. This is in the style jean, and it's called Premium Natural Lashes, but they're actually fake. And these are non-toxic, vegan, and cruelty-free, by the way, guys. And this is how they look like. I think they're beautiful. So I'm gonna go and apply this off camera, and I'll come back with the final thoughts about the products I've tried today. Okay, so I'm back with the finished look. I think overall it came out nice. I mean, I'm not upset about this look that I've created, to be honest. So I'm gonna talk about each product that I've used and give you my opinion. And I'm gonna start with the products I didn't like that much. The first one is actually the mascara. First of all, it's too chunky to keep it on hand, and you know, to apply the product on your lashes. It's just too chunky. Even the ones are huge, this one as well, and this one is just the shape and the dimension is huge. You can't even do your lower lash line. I tried to do it and I almost make a mess, and because the wand, the first one, is so huge, I can't, you know, go into the lashes and from the base to actually coat them. And I've noticed that, to be honest, even after I applied the second bit where it has some fibers, because of the design, because it definitely has fibers, you can see it in here as well, and on the brush, it's because of the design of the brushes and the bottle as well. It's so hard to apply it, so I don't like this one. Sorry. And the rest, to be honest, I quite liked. I mean, I didn't have anything else bad to say about the other products. I did like the setting spray, even it's like it's not a fine setting spray. Looking in the mirror right now, it gave me a really beautiful finish, and it melted my makeup into the skin. It didn't give me a dewy, glowy finish, but even not extremely matte, so it's not. I still have a bit of a glow, as you can see, which I like to see on the skin. The setting spray, the setting powder was good as well. Just to keep in mind, so it didn't mattify it, it did blurred out any fine lines, but just keep in mind, because they have in the shades, I don't know why I expected this to be translucent. It wasn't. So because this is a light shade, this was actually making my complexion lighter. With the foundation as well, I'm pleasantly surprised. I'm not wowed by these products, by any of the products, to be honest, but it's $1 each, guys, so I couldn't have high expectation anyway. But the formula of this one is quite good. It was a bit when I applied it, it was a bit perfumey, but wasn't extremely strong. It has a smell, but it disappeared eventually. But as it said, it has a satin finish, which is alright. After I set it up with the powder, it doesn't seem to transfer, which is good. It's not a normal size bottle of foundation, but again, £1. It's smaller. What else you can ask for? I like the finish of it. It still looks like your skin. It doesn't give you more coverage than medium. It did cover up most of the imperfection I had anyway, so this was good as well. About the concealer, it was really good on the eyelids. It doesn't seem to do any separation on my eyelids. It didn't feel cakey. It didn't interfere or make it any like worse for my eyeshadow. So as an eyeshadow base was right. Also keep in mind this is drying really quick. So I think under the eye, I don't know if I actually like this one because it feels quite thick, and you have to move really, really quick. It does have coverage, which is nice, but even with the sponge, I did apply the first bit and blended that out, and then I applied the other one, which, as I said, it dries extremely fast, which is now really great because you still need the product to move around. I haven't tried it with my fingers. Probably with your fingers is different, but with the sponge, which I normally apply my concealer under the eyes, this dries really quick. So probably if I use it like on different parts of the face, it should be fine because it does have coverage, but it's not quite that great under the eyes. I did like this bronzer, how they said it. I think the color is really great, but I think the color for a bronzer, it's not quite on point. I mean, I would definitely use this just as a blush because it works better. I wouldn't use it just, to bronze my face. There are people that actually like using even blushes to bronze contouring your face, but I'm not one of them anyway, so I'm just gonna use this as a blush because it's a really great color. It's not patchy, it doesn't, stick somewhere around. It actually blends really nicely, and I like the formula of this. And also the blush was really nice as well. The fact that it opens like this, it has like a mini blush, it's not extremely powdery, and this one on top of that bronzer, I think they went really well together anyway, so I did liked it. I really enjoyed this eyeliner. In here, as you can see, it has like a really, really sharp tip, and literally you can make so fine lines and you can build up your wing, which is really helpful because sometimes you can make it like really long or whatever, and sometimes for some reason I'm not doing like a really cat type of wing and I make it like abrupt, and it's ruined because then I have to make it bigger and bigger. But with this one, because it's actually really thin, you can build it up. As you can see, you can build up your wing, and it seems quite on point. I like it. And it dries out and is transfer proof as well, guys, so it doesn't move, which is really great. I really enjoyed the lipstick. I forgot to buy a lip liner, of course, but that's fine. I think the shade is on point. I like this kind of nudes, the cooler tone nudes as well. I like the warmer nudes as well, but this type of nudes I like more. It's a matte lipstick, guys, but it's quite creamy, and I don't know, I just really like this shade, and the formula is really, really great, and it seems to stay put. It doesn't feel sticky, it doesn't feel uncomfortable on my lips, and it doesn't seem to dry my lips either. So I think this is a great formula. Also, the highlighter was right. It wasn't, again, wow, but you can build it up, as you can see. It's not extremely pigmented when you first apply it, but I think, again, this works better with the people that they just like a bit of a shine and not extreme, like an extreme highlighter, how I like anyway. But the fact that you can build it up, this is great news because you apply more and it actually looks nice. So this one was good as well. I think also the eyebrow, the brow product, the brow pomade, even if it's smaller, as I said, it is a bit dried and seems to move around, but it feels waxy, to be honest. And I've managed to build it up and doesn't seem to move, which is good. So it doesn't seem to transfer. I didn't need to add my inglot drops anyway to make it like smoother or not to be that dry, because with the brush worked just fine. So I managed to build it up. It has color. I do like this on my eyebrows, and it doesn't seems to be that dark anyway, so I do like this color as well. I also did enjoy their eyeshadow palette. It wasn't extremely great. I was impressed with the shimmers. I mean, the shimmers are on point. They are really pigmented and they are foiled. As you can see, they do look nice on my eyelids. I do like these color combinations because that's why I picked it, so it was real from the picture I've seen. The only colors they weren't that pigmented is this black. This seems more like a gray, so it's not extremely pigmented. And this one as well, this brown wasn't that pigmented. I had to build it up, but the rest of the shades were quite alright. So yeah, I think this is like, anyway, again, for an eyeshadow palette that is $1, guys, I wouldn't expect more anyway. I'm gonna use this more, I'm gonna play with it more because I do like this eye look and I do like this color combination. I think it's just really great, this orangey type of vibe for autumn anyway. And last but not least, the eyelashes I tried today, I think they're quite alright. I mean, again, this weren't that much. I think, again, this was, I think this was £1 or above £1, just a bit. But they're right. They're really long, as you can see, and it wasn't really hard to put them on, probably because they're new. They're still a bit stiff, so you have to, play around with them to make them more flexible, but it's fine. And it did turn out to be alright. They're a bit shorter in the inner corner, which they're really great because I like this kind of eyelashes, because if they're straight from the beginning till the end, they're really comfortable when you're blinking, when you're, you know, wearing them like for hours. And because they're a bit shorter in the inner corner, that's absolutely fine. I had to trim them a bit in my outer corner, because I always, every eyelashes I'm buying, I have to trim them anyway, but that's fine. And as I said, they do stick alright. They are not the most comfortable eyelashes because they have quite a thick band, but I think they're alright. I mean, I think I can wear this for a few hours anyway. So that's it for today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I did enjoy making this video. I think, as I said, overall this makeup look turned out alright, because I do like the colors I've used on my eyelids, and I'm quite surprised with the products I've tried today. I literally expected to all of them be like really bad, like trash. The only downside about this, from my point of view, they're really cheap. They're about £1, $1 each of them. Quality seems alright. Is a bit above average. But because I live in the UK, they come from US, and you have to pay transportation, which is not that cheap. And I think I pay more for transportation than the actual products, which is not a great deal. I mean, I think if you want to buy a lot of products, maybe buy with your friend or with more people, that you can buy like lots of makeup, and then you can make it worth for the transportation. I think there are other countries that you have to pay for custom as well. So it's not quite a great deal. I mean, if you have to pay transportation and custom as well, which usually is like the same price with transportation, you're paying more basically on getting the products in your country instead of actually paying for the actual products, if you know what I mean. So just keep this in mind. If you want something on a budget, but you know, it's not quite a great deal just to buy a few products, like 2 or 3 products, and they pay a lot for the transportation, it's not quite a bargain. But I just wanted to test these products anyway for you guys, just to form an opinion and share with you guys the quality of it and how it was, and you can decide for yourself if you want to buy it or not. So yeah, that's it for today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. As usual, it will mean a lot for me. It's gonna help me grow up my channel. And also, if you're new here, hi, welcome. Please consider subscribing as well if you like this type of videos, if you want to see more videos of me. But yeah, thank you again for watching, guys, and I will see you next time. Till then, take care. Bye bye.